Good afternoon, everyone. Um, can you hear me well? Can you confirm, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Thank you. Um, well, welcome to our webinar, Beyond CRM, Transforming the Customer Experience. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Said Perez, Marketing Coordinator at Nexus. We really appreciate your time and interest in learning how Salesforce can improve customer relationships, automate process, and create better experiences using artificial intelligence. At Nexus, we always look for ways to bring the best technology solutions to help businesses grow and success. And today we have a great session prepared for you. Uh, I would like to introduce Charmaine Galindo, commercial manager at Nexus, who will also welcome us and tell us about today's agenda. Hi, Charmaine.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm guessing you can hear me. I'm okay so far? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure my mic is working. So, again, hope everyone is doing well today. So, welcome to today's webinar. We are thrilled to have you join us and to explore the exciting solutions with Salesforce. My name is Charmaine Galindo, and I'm one of the territory managers for the Caribbean at Nexus. In today's fast-paced business environment, the need for efficient and automated workflow processes has never been greater. Organizations are constantly seeking innovative solutions to streamline their operations, enhance productivity, and stay ahead of the competition. This is where the powerful collaboration between Nexus and Salesforce comes into play. So I would like to show you the agenda of what this session will be all about. We will be discussing discovering how Salesforce goes beyond traditional CRM to manage customer experience. So it's not just a CRM, but it will be more, and you will see more solutions and elements that encompasses this great solution. Agent Force, the benefits and differences between bots and how this makes a difference in how we collaborate and enhance our work processes. And we will also be sharing you some success stories as well, where CRM, Salesforce CRM, has made a major part in a business like yours with partners and so forth, and how it can be successful for end customers. And of course, we will have a Q&A session at the end for any questions that you may have. Feel free to put it in the comments as well, if throughout the session so that we can assist and respond to you accordingly. Next slide. Okay. So in this session, we will be introducing our another uh, partner, which is RK Rivera, and they are a consulting partner, a Salesforce consulting partner. Their three elements of their business would be configuration and customization, the implementation and adjustment of solutions according to client needs. This helps us to understand what are the objectives of the client, what is their needs, and the way that we construct their solutions according to those needs. There's training, a specific training for your client's team, which would encompass how they go about working these different processes within the solution, the know-how, the knowledge, providing training to end users. And of course, that personalized support, which comes with tailored with each client because each support is different for each client and where we can tailor those support according to those needs. And then we have Nexus. Nexus is an authorized Salesforce reseller. We provide licensing as well, license management and billing support to the end users. And we can provide additional support such as advice, consultation with how to monitor and how to provide new usage of new features, events, and training. So all of this is encompassed into the whole aspect of Salesforce and the support that it provides. Next slide.
Thank you, Charmaine.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to start the recording for your consideration. You will
Mhm.
probably be muted.
Sure. Mhm.
Okay, let's continue.
Sure. Great. So Nexus is a leading providing cutting edge technology solution distributor, and it's one of the main ICT distributor in the region, both in Latin America and the Caribbean. Nexus has partnered with Salesforce, which is one of the number one customer relationship management platform, to offer a suite of solutions designed to revolutionize the way business operate. Together, we are committed to helping organizations of all sizes to automate their workflow processes and to reduce manual tasks and achieve greater efficiency. We have a wealth of experience and leadership in cloud solutions. We have over 30 years of experience, as mentioned, in Latin America and the Caribbean. We also provide over a network of over 12,000 active distributors. And we also have a very broad geographic coverage that encompasses the whole of Latin America and the Caribbean. We are, as mentioned, we are an authorized cloud reseller since 2020. We support at every stage of the Salesforce acquisition processing, and that means from start to end throughout the process to ensure that we provide full support to the solution that is being offered. And of course, some of our clients, as mentioned here, we have quite a number of clients the in the space that we carry. We also have a wide selection of licenses, which is from monitoring to notification of new features, training, events, license selection, such as what is specified for the needs of each client that would fit into their structure and their objectives. And of course, the continuous relationship to guarantee customer continuity, relationship, and success. With this in mind, um, during this webinar, we will delve into other various ways of integrated solutions that can benefit your organization, from automating routine tasks to providing real-time insights and analytics. And our partnership aims to empower you with the tools you need to drive success with your customers. Without further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. Ricardo Rivera, the president of RK Rivera, who will be our main speaker for the Salesforce presentation. Thank you all and do enjoy the session.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for that introduction. My name is Ricardo Rivera. I'm President and CEO of RK Rivera, based out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. And today we want to talk a little bit about some of the Salesforce capabilities and Agent Force, and also go into the product demo. So we can go to the next slide, please. Perfect. Thank you. Um, Salesforce has a variety of different clouds, and when we think about Salesforce, it really encapsulates the entire customer 360. And what we mean about customer 360 is understanding our customers, not only from a sales perspective, but also from a service and marketing perspective. So we have Sales Cloud, which is the core CRM application where we can do forecasting and our opportunities and quotes. We have Service Cloud, which is our case management application to log and monitor and work different cases. And then we also have Marketing Cloud as well for doing marketing campaigns, email campaigns, text message campaigns as well, and being able to understand also when customers and prospects are actually visiting our websites, and also being able to actually get a picture of what assets within our websites people are clicking on. So with these different cloud applications, we can we can do quoting service and marketing. Next slide, please. And then in addition to that, we also have Agentforce. So Agentforce is Salesforce's artificial intelligence. So it uses a variety of different large learning models. You can actually choose which model you actually want Salesforce to use when using Agentforce. But one of the interesting things here is the different agents that Salesforce offers. So if we look at this graph here, we can see that Agentforce really sits on top of all the different cloud products that are available right now. So for instance, if you have a sales agent, that sales agent's going to have access to a lot of your sales data, so opportunities, quotes, leads. And one of the things is that that agent will be able to assist you with querying that data and also doing transactional actions against that. So for example, we can configure sales agents to help you with lead qualifications, as an example. So there might be an inbound lead that comes in through your website, and maybe the first point of contact is someone interacting with one of these sales agents. It can respond back to an email if someone's asking information for a particular product or service. That sales agent can also respond back to those messages until it reaches a point where that lead is qualified and warmed up, and then passed along to actually a person for either to do the final conversion process into an opportunity, or maybe it just or you simply transition it to an opportunity and assign that to a sales rep. So those are some of the things that we can do with sales agents, and same goes with support. On the support side, you might have maybe on your website, you might have a form for customer support, and someone's logging in a specific issue about one of your products or services, and before that case hits a live person, we can have one of these service agents answering questions based on product information or or service information that we give that agent access to try to address that person's questions or concerns. In the event that that agent no longer can resolve the issue or needs additional knowledge that it does not have access to, at that point we can actually route that case over to a live person, as an example. The same way goes. It can also be used to even create cases, as another example. So maybe you no longer have a form on your website, Maybe you just have a chat window where initially people are talking to the agent, and then based on the conversation, the agent automatically logs that case record for you. So not only is it to retrieve information, but it also can generate information or records within the system as well. Okay. So those are just two of the many agents that are supported. As we can see on this arch diagram that we have here, there's agents also for marketing and customer experience and finance. So really, there is a lot of things that we can do with Agent Force. Okay. Um, so with that said, I'm going to go in and switch over to a product demo. Can we switch slides? One more slide. I think it's okay. Let me just share my screen. Great. Can someone confirm that we can see my screen? Okay, Diego, thank you. So here I am. I'm on my login page for my demo org, and I'm going to log in, and we'll start. We'll start here by logging in. We're going to go to our homepage. And the way this particular homepage is configured is we have a dashboard, and then we also have some additional items on the right-hand side of the screen. So since I'm starting with Sales Cloud, and this is a perspective from a sales representative. Some of the things that I'm interested in, would be interested in, is my pipeline. So what do I have in my pipeline? What stage are my opportunities at? So we can see they're qualified to, or there might be in discovery or negotiations, but we can actually see all that information here in my funnel. And if you hover over if you hover over any of these sections, you can actually see more details. And then that's the same thing for all these other diagrams that we have here. If we wanted to look at more details, we can actually click on the report that's generating this diagram by clicking this hyperlink here. And we can see the opportunities that make up my pipeline, and then we can see the opportunity names, the different accounts, the amounts, and the expected close dates, and that this is the data that's actually making up that funnel. So this page is 100% configurable. We can configure this to show you the metrics that are most applicable to your business. So this entire page can just be KPIs. In this particular scenario that we have a dashboard here, and then we also have some records of the most recent items that I've been looking at. And also some other related items for if you have items to approve, you can also display them here. So this homepage, we can really customize to actually show anything you need, not only KPIs, but also any other related record within Salesforce. Now, I'm going to switch tabs, and I'm going to click on my leads tab. And so if you think about a sales cycle, for the most part, a lot of things start with a lead. Leads can be generated automatically in the system, either through maybe we're importing these leads from a third-party system, or maybe we have a form on our website. And so we can connect your form on your website to actually bring in that information to Salesforce. So once that arrives in Salesforce, we can actually see a list here of all your different leads with their different statuses, scoring if we're doing scoring. And if we actually click on here, this is called a list view in Salesforce, we can actually see different ways that we can actually see these records. So right now, I can click on all leads, and this is going to show me all leads without any filters. So if I hit here, we can see that it's really displaying all the leads that are not equal to qualified. And we look at maybe some other ones. So we can look at change the list view, and basically what the list view is doing is actually it's applying different filters to that to the records that the user's viewing. And this list view is available throughout all the different records within Salesforce. So not only leads, but when we look at accounts, contacts, opportunities, we'll see that they all have the ability to filter the list that we're viewing based on different list views, which run on different filters. Okay. So if we look at, for example, what does a lead look like? I'll click on the first one that I have there. And we can see a couple different things here on the header. We can see the title, the person, the company they're from, a phone number, an email, and who the lead owner is. Based on information that is captured within the lead, we can create assignment rules. So if you have a big team and certain people work on certain products, we can automatically assign leads to specific product owners, as an example. And then if we look furthermore on this page, on this details, we can see a little bit more details other than the ones that are on the header. We can see that the lead source on this is from a website. So this probably came from some kind of form on your website. We can also receive leads from social media sites as well. And we also have some address information here as well. And if we click on these hyperlinks, Salesforce does have the capability of integrating CTI. So if depending on what phone provider you have, we could enable that to allow people to actually make calls from within Salesforce. So what I just did was I actually clicked on this hyperlink, and this instantiated a phone call, an outbound call from this lead. And one of the cool things about that is it actually logs that activity within the lead record. So here we can see that I called Adam, he didn't respond, and I just went to voicemail. So we can actually start capturing this information within Salesforce, and these are some of the records and that we can use for different KPIs to see, how many phone calls really drive conversion, and how many phone calls are the different people working on leads actually performing to actually convert a lead into an opportunity. And then you can also then start comparing the different people on your team, who's doing better, who probably needs a little bit more training. So those are some of the great things and advantages of being able to capture in the CRM. One of the things that we can also do from this page, at least, with artificial intelligence, if you are capturing a lot of information and maybe there's a lot of history on this particular record, you can ask AI to Agentforce to create a summary of what's happening with this particular record, not only on the leads, but you can also do this on opportunities and even account records as well. And so after I hit create summary, we can see here that Agentforce came back and gave me a summary of this particular record and the activities related here. It's also telling me the lead score that this particular lead has. So talking about a little bit of lead score. So this is also a little bit of our artificial intelligence here, where based on the information that's already captured and past performance, we can it's assigning a score to this lead based on the probability that this is a good lead that's going to convert into an opportunity. So here we can see some of the positive things is that the lead source is specified. So we know this came from the website, the company is specified. So we're not missing company information. We also have a title for the person that actually submitted this lead. And then we can also see here that it's identifying, some of the negative things about this lead is no one really has identified what the budget is for this particular person. So that's actually making the score decrease in, from 1 out of 100. And then we can send emails to the customer right from the CRM, from the leads, and any messages that go out are also logged in the activity log. So here we see when I called the voicemail, my voice message, since they didn't pick up, and then I just sent out an email. And then again, we're also seeing it's being logged, and then we would actually see when if Adam ever opens that email. So we can see all that activity right here. Okay. If you wanted, so once we start working this lead, we can move it to contacted and mark that as the current stage. That way we can see where we're at with a particular lead within the system. And the moment that you identify that the lead should be converted into an opportunity, Salesforce will automatically create the different records for you. And when I say that, I mean that right now this is just a lead. This is not really associated to an account or a contact or an opportunity, because the only thing we have in the system for this particular person is a lead record. So here, what this is asking us right now is it's asking us, do we want to set that the account name is going to be Cryptox and Consulting, the contact is Adam, and then we want the opportunity name to be Cryptox and Consulting. Let's say, for example, that maybe CryptoX Consulting already existed, it would actually identify it here automatically for you. But in the case that it didn't already identify it for you, but you know for a fact that this company already exists, maybe there's a typo or something, you could search for it here and allocate this particular new contact and opportunity to an existing account. So it does give you that flexibility. So once I identify if I'm going to create brand new records or use existing records, I can just hit this button over here, convert, and it's going to create those brand new system records for me. So we have a brand new account, we have a contact, and then we also have an opportunity. So it's as easy as that. Converting leads to opportunities is actually a really fast way to actually generate these 3 records versus manually having to create an account record for the person, then creating a contact, and then an opportunity. So it actually does save quite a bit of time doing it this way. So moving on to the next tab, we have our accounts. So here we can see the list of variety of different accounts that we currently have in the system. Again, there's different list views where I can see all the accounts. I can see accounts that are assigned to my particular user. Maybe I want to see the recently viewed accounts that I recently have opened. So these are several different ways that we can use these list views. And then we can also see right here, we have that brand new account that we just created right now. Okay. If we open one of these account records, you can see information, some account details here, address, shipping information, maybe annual revenue if you're capturing that. There's a highlights panel over here where we have some CRM analytics. So this is a Tableau product down here. Some of these don't have information, but some of these do. We can see the associated contacts for this particular account. So we can see that there's 4 different contacts. We have the CEO and the director of finance in here. If we change to the sales tab, we can see the different opportunities for this particular account. Some of them, we can see that one of them is closed, and then some of these other ones are currently open. And we can also see some metrics specifically for this account. So we have a dashboard here of the open pipeline for this particular account and where we're at in the different stages. We can also see any service requests. So if they have any case records associated with them from the account record, we can also see that as well. And then from an engagement perspective, I'll come back to this one and pick another account. Let's see if this one, back to that. Um, so let's take a look at what an opportunity looks like. So there's two ways to navigate to an opportunity. We can navigate to an opportunity by clicking here on one of the tabs, or we can just open up an existing opportunity associated to one of our account records. For instance, I'll go and take a look at this this opportunity record right here and open it up. And we can see information around the account, an opportunity score, which artificial intelligence generates a score, and the qualification stage where it's at, and also additional metrics around this particular customer and this particular opportunity. So one thing I do want to note here is, so we have this bar right here, which is called the sales stage or the sales process. So we have qualification, discovery, value proposition, and all the way until we actually close the opportunity. Similarly, we saw something very on the lead object as well, on the lead record. These are 100% customizable. Some businesses have 3 stages, some have 5 or 7. It really depends on your business and how your sales process is. So this is something that we come in and we configure these stages based on your business needs. And the same goes also with the different fields on any of the records that we've been looking at so far. So for an opportunity information, you might have some of these standard fields that a lot of people use, but there might be things that are very specific towards your business where in that scenario, we just create a brand new field for that specific value of information that you want to capture. And then we allow the sales rep to populate those fields with information. So again, we're here on the opportunity. This also has the recent activity related to this record. So we can see that there's been some calls that have been logged. There's been some meetings. So again, this is all good information to track. You know, how much engagement do we need with the customers or these prospects to actually be able to close deals. So all of this is very useful for generating different KPIs. If we look at additional information over here across these tabs, so in addition to details, we have contact information. So here we can add who the primary contact for this deal is. Maybe I'm working with both the CEO and the director of finance on here, so we can add those, and we can also add different roles to each one of these users. So maybe someone's a business user and maybe one's a decision maker. So these are all things that we can capture within the system. I ran into an error there, but so I'm going to move on to the Teams tab. There's another thing that we can do. So in some scenarios, maybe you have opportunities where it involves multiple people to be able to close a deal. So we can assign actually different people to actually work a specific opportunity. So in this case, we have 3 different team members that are working this particular opportunity. And we can also log that. That helps also to gather metrics around for commissions and whatnot. Yeah, go over here and let's pick a different opportunity. Okay. So in this particular opportunity, Acme new business. So, and this is a scenario where there's only one sales representative here. So it's Julie. She's the owner of this particular opportunity. It's currently in the qualification stage. And we can see here for opportunity split, she's actually not splitting her commissions with anyone. She's just she's doing 100% of this deal. If we had multiple people, we can distribute potential commission splits through this functionality um, for supporting roles for when we're working on different opportunities. Um, we also can have a service tab here. There's no information in this particular record, but one of the things that is useful when trying to when we're working on a sale is understand if that customer currently has any pain points. I mean, do they have any open cases with your company that might prevent you from closing a deal? So in that scenario, if there was some open cases for that particular company, we would actually see them here. So let me see if I can find a an example of that. Yeah. Okay. Um, so that one doesn't have an example. In this scenario here, we can see the different products associated with this opportunity. So the $57,500 associated with this opportunity is these different products that have been added for from a quoting perspective. So we have products A, B, and C, and then they have their respective amounts here. And I'm going to move over to forecasting. So not only is it great to know what your pipeline is, but how does that compare to my forecast or my quotas for the year? And let's look at this from this perspective. So here I am. I'm looking at Sarah. She's a manager. Her quota. Quota's not coming up here, but we can see if she did have a quota assigned to her. Let's say she had a quota of $1 million, we'd actually see a quota of $1 million over here, and then we can see how much she has closed so far within the year. So in this case, she's already closed $676,000, and then this gives us a perspective on what their quota is for that particular month or quarter, and we can see how much they've closed so far, how much is in their open pipeline to be able to close to hit those quotas. So we can also see some forecasting abilities here as well. So we showed you earlier a dashboard on the homepage, but you also have the ability to create your own reports and dashboards from the system. So I have here a dashboard that's called My Sales, and we can see the different metrics here. So how much business have I already sold? Who's from a team perspective, who's the top person on the sales leaderboard. We can actually see that information, my pipeline, my forecast. We can create a variety of different reports and give access to people based on the opportunities that they own. So these dashboards, we can put up to 20 different reports on them. If you need to see more than 20 reports, we just create a brand new. We create multiple dashboards based on the specific needs. It's very common to have dashboards maybe for executives, sales managers, and the sales reps. So that's a very common use case for the different dashboards that we would be using.
Excuse me, Ricardo. Um, we have some great questions
Oh yeah,
coming
definitely.
from the chat. Yep. So uh, SSM Solutions is asking, is Agentforce included with the base license, or does it require an additional fee?
So Agent Force is not, so it's a different license. So right now, from the things that I've shown so far, we've looked at Sales Cloud. We've looked at a component of CRM Analytics, which is a different product, and Agent Force, which is the artificial intelligence. It's also a different product as well, and it's a consumption-based product.
Okay, okay, perfect. Thank you. Charmaine, if you like, help me with the others questions.
Sure, certainly. There's another question. What products need to be licensed to have the complete agent force solution? Um, if that's something that, again, like as you mentioned, agent force would be something separate, right? So it's asked what products need to be licensed to have the complete agent force solution. That's one.
Definitely. So
Then, yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Mhm.
So in addition to the Agent Force license, we need also a Data Cloud license to be able to run Agent Force. Um, so that's the other license that's required um, to actually run that.
Okay. We also have a question. We currently use Lighting version um, in our organization. All these features shown here are included with our license, such as AI.
So I think the question was we're currently using Lightning. Is
Yeah.
AI included?
Yeah.
So AI again, it's a different license. It's an add-on, and that you can add to your existing sales or service cloud licenses.
Okay. We have another question. Can you do a bulk upload of 10,000 contacts, for example?
Yes.
Okay, great. And when a lead is converted into an op, in which stage this op will be set up?
So that will depend on how you configure the system. Typically, the opportunities will start on the first stage. That might be open, that might be new. It really depends on what you call that first stage of your sales process.
Okay. And I think the last one is, can agents use WhatsApp natively or through integration to manage interactions in Agent Force?
Yeah. So to enable WhatsApp, there is a license called Digital Engagement that allows you to turn on WhatsApp. And once WhatsApp is turned on, your agents do have the ability to use that channel for communication, just like you using a chat on your website. It can have access to WhatsApp as well.
Okay. I think that's all the questions so far at this time.
Perfect. Okay. So a little bit more on Agent Force. So there's this icon up here on the top right side of the screen. So this is one of the ways that we can actually use Agent Force internally for internal users. So let's say we're talking about sales right now. Uh, I can ask it how. So how much I have in open opportunities, and so this will go out and see all your the opportunities that have been closed that are still open that are assigned to you. So Not only can Agentforce be used to do inquiries about information within the system, but you can also use Agentforce to create records within the system. This demo org is not set up to create records, but for example, on a very similar screen like this, we can ask it to create a brand new opportunity for us for a particular account with a specific amount. Those are things that we can do with Agentforce. So, that's one scenario of it creating records for you. Another scenario which is very interesting, and I'm seeing it used a lot more on the service side, is um, having agents to respond to questions based on PDF documents. So let's say you have some product specifications. You can actually upload those PDFs, and you can ground the agent to actually respond based on information that's on a PDF document. So that's pretty helpful for troubleshooting issues. If there's FAQs on that PDF and there's technical specifications, it's very useful. Another use case that I've seen also is like maybe employee benefits. Maybe you have very complicated employee benefits and it's all in a PDF document. You can actually upload those benefits to Agentforce. It can read and respond to questions around employee benefits. And if you want to take it a little bit further, you can actually, if you have your HR human capital system integrated with Salesforce, you can actually also do where you can have people submit, inquire about how much PTO they currently have available, or they can, submit a PTO request also using Agentforce, and actually of having them not have to go through possibly a lot of different screens and points and clicks to actually submit a PTO request, or actually just even find out any information about a PTO request as an example. So that's another use case that we've been seeing out on the market. Any other questions around Agentforce and AI within Salesforce?
I'm checking. Let's see. Nothing. Let me see. In a second. What do you also license Tableau for data analytics?
Great question. Yes. So Tableau is integrated with Salesforce. So if we look at sales analytics here, this is actually Tableau. They've done a name change. As they're calling it CRM analytics. So anytime you hear Tableau, it's the same. So these are kind of the dashboards that you can see with CRM analytics. If you need a lot of visualization, Tableau's a very good choice for that. So what I'll tell you is the difference between these dashboards and Tableau. So the out-of-the-box reports and dashboards are based 100% on information that you have within your CRM. If you need to pull third-party data from a different source that's not in your CRM, you would not be able to use it with the reporting capabilities that come out of the box from your Sales or Service Cloud licenses. In that case, you would use Tableau. Tableau can actually ingest information from a variety of different systems. And also, if you have to join a lot of tables to come up with the metrics or the dashboards that you want to utilize, that's another reason why you'd use something like Tableau.
Okay. So far, that's all the questions so far we have.
So we can see, so this is a Tableau dashboard where it has different tabs up here for stage analysis, and then you can also click into each one of these tabs to, to change how the graphics are actually looking. So I think there's a performance one here as well. How much of different products are you selling versus others? Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Um, I'm, we have about 9 minutes left. I'm gonna quickly show, I'll give a sneak peek since we're running a little bit out of time of what service looks like. So very similar to sales, we have a homepage. On that homepage, we'd have different metrics that we can show them that particular user. Depending on what user it is, the dashboard can change. So, for example, we might have a dashboard for a supervisor, which is going to show some metrics that a customer service representative is not going to look at. So this might be the version a customer service rep sees. The supervisor might see an overview of all the customer service reps and how many cases everyone has. So all that is customizable and configurable. And then we can look at the different case records, just like we were looking through um, the different records for leads, opportunities, and contacts and accounts. It's very similar. We go to that particular record type. Here are the cases, and then we can see all the different cases that are currently in the system, and then we can also filter them based on the different filtering criteria that we have here. And then from here, we can just pick any one of these cases and look at the particular details. Again, based on your company needs and what you're capturing for your cases, we typically add additional fields based on your specific business needs. One of the other things about cases is not only our cases, can you generate cases manually by clicking the new button, but we can also generate cases two other ways. We can generate cases based on incoming inbound emails. So let's say you have customer support at your company name.com. Any emails that are going to that particular email inbox can automatically generate cases. So that's one way of doing things. And the great thing about that is you might have different teams and you can set up different email addresses to actually go to different people or different groups of people. So that's something that can be done. The other thing that can be done also is through a form on your website. People go in, they fill out information, they hit submit, and that automatically can also come in here and generate a record based on the information and content of what they put in their submittal. We can route that inbound case to different groups or individuals based on maybe they identified what product they're having an issue with, or maybe they selected from a drop down a reason for why they're contacting you. So those are some of the things that we can use to route cases to specific groups or people. The other things that we can also do is assign skill sets to customer service representatives, and again, based on information that we know in the cases, we can route it to people that have those particular skills. And lastly, one thing that's very interesting that we can do with cases that are generated from inbound emails. We can use artificial intelligence to actually read the contents of those emails and actually identify what is the initial, what's the reason for that email coming into the system, and it can augment the different fields within a case record to actually say maybe you want to track what product is having an issue or what service is having an issue, but since it came from an email, it's unstructured, so we can actually augment the case record using artificial intelligence. So With that, we have 4 minutes left. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and open it up for questions.
Sure. We do have another question. I would like to know the trainings available that include reporting, analytics, scripting, and AI.
That's a great question. One of the great things about Salesforce is Salesforce has we do training through what's called Trailhead, and the website is trailhead.salesforce.com. And all the training modules in on that website they are free, and it covers every single module or any that you would want to learn. Anything from reporting to dashboards to how to get certified as a as a Salesforce administrator. They're all the training is online and is free. It's what we use. It's what my company uses to train our staff. It's what we use to train our staff to get certified for the various Salesforce certifications. So it's all online, and the great thing, it's free. And not only that, it's actually um, they make it in a way where it's gamified, and it's very easy to learn.
Okay, great. That so far, I don't know if anyone else would like to have any other questions. Let's see. I think that there's another one. Hold on. That's with our internal team. So far, that's all the questions we have at this time. Feel free to enter your questions in the Q&A chat, and we will have those answered for you. Sure. We can share some of the PowerPoint, the presentation. I think also the recording from this session.
And I think before we drop off, if people have very specific um, use cases, feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to do a very specific demo related to specific use cases that you might have.
Yes, certainly. Thank you. So if you would like to have a more in-depth conversation on Salesforce, feel free to reach out to us. We can set up a meeting, a one-on-one with you guys. Also with if you have certain customers that you would like that to also have this conversation and to assist you with that, please let us know and we'll certainly make ourselves available in this case. Okay, I think Seth, you have anything else? But I think well, you have our contacts here on the screen. Please feel free to reach out to us. Our email address is there as well. So if you would like to get a quote, if you would like to know more information, feel free to reach out to us as well. I would like to take this time to thank everyone taking time out of their busy schedule today to attend this webinar. Thank you, Ricardo, for leading this session. Really good information here. Thank you so much. And again, to the Nexus team here, thank you so much for putting this together. We look forward to doing more of these type of sessions in the future, so we can provide these solutions and information to you, for your end customers, and for everyone who is interested in this solution. So thank you once again. Okay, thanks, and do have a great rest of the day.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Charmaine.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.